crash.
Oh my God!
My name's Robert Scratch Mitchell, and I'm the former team lead of the Snowbirds. And I must start by saying that, I'm not an investigator, and I'm careful not to speculate on anything. But there are some things that are worthy of mention. I can see right away that the wind is calm, as we see that the windsock that's in the foreground is limp. There's several thousand feet or so of cloud distance, so it's not that the clouds are presenting an issue. I can't put hand on heart and say that is a bird, that speck, but it's one of the more risky areas of any aviation is just after takeoff. One of the risk factors is you're close to the ground, and birds are a factor at airports. That's a reality of aviation. At this point in the video, this is the first indication that something is going wrong. It's very common to train to this, where if you have any sort of engine issue, you want to pull away from the other airplane in a formation setting and climb as high as you can. Altitude gives you options in time, because you want to get up high away from the ground so you have time to process and see what your options might be for a landing, an alternate landing spot to glide to. And also, the higher you get, the safer the margin of envelope is for the ejection seat. At this point, I see the airplane has been righted. You want the airplane as wings level as possible. You want your ejection vector to be up and not sideways. There would have been a tremendous sense of urgency and panic to get out of the airplane right now. The ejection sequence, when you pull the handles, the first thing to go is in fact the canopy. The canopy needs to clear away. The next step in the video that I'm seeing is the first plume of smoke. It's a big rocket charge that propels the seat out of the airplane, and that would create this smoke. In this jet, each occupant must pull their own handles and eject themselves. I just couldn't speculate who exited the airplane first in this case. We call it the E word, the ejection word, and it's a word you don't take very lightly, and we don't casually say it in airplanes for the fear that someone might respond to that. What I'm seeing at this point in the video is the second plume of smoke, and it is not long after the first one, and so to my mind the command to eject occurred and both handles were pulled in pretty rapid succession, and that's the way it's supposed to go. It's quite a violent experience coming out of a jet with a rocket propelling you out in a matter of half a second. There's a lot that you sort of visually take in. Some people black out. In this case, because the emergency occurred very low to the ground, they didn't have the luxury of time and altitude. So this is a perilous situation in any aircraft, and when I watched it the first time, my heart sank.
Family, friends, members of the Snowbirds team, Governor General Julie Payette, and Defense Minister Harjit Sajjan were there to pay tribute to Casey. She was born and raised in Halifax, and her parents say it will be her final resting place.